channel. So I'm gonna do some more vloggy style stuff, because to be honest, I love YouTube. I love watching vlogs, and it's Saturday, and why the hell not? So I think what I'm going to do is try and film like at least one vlog or video to go up every week, so that I'm being a bit more consistent with my content and stuff. So I'm barefaced, as you can see. So I haven't obviously filmed for quite a while, and in that time I have sort of come up with adult acne. A lot of this is scarring. It's not actually how my skin is. This is a spot. I've got a couple here area, like I get random ones on my cheek, on my chin, and sort of in my T-zone and stuff, but my sort of like on my cheekbones is where it's really bad, and that's obviously heartbreaking, especially because Aaron and I are going to be getting married in May, and I don't want my skin to be minging, so I'm trying to do everything that I can at the moment to make that a little bit better. But I will show you what I have been using to make my skin a little bit nicer. So replenishing rich moisturiser, 12-hour moisturisation. So I just use that once in the morning after I've washed my face. So that seems to have helped quite a lot. I mean, I'm not getting as many, so if I come a bit closer, you can sort of see this is all scarred. A lot of that is scarring. This side's probably a little bit worse at the moment. Yeah, it's not nice at all. It's quite I don't know, it's hard to sort of like explain how it makes me feel and stuff, because I've actually, do you know what, I've done a blog post on coping with adult acne on my blog, and I'll link that in the description bar if you want to go have a read and everything. It's hard, it's really hard, and being a blogger and going on Instagram and other people's blogs, and especially beauty bloggers, because beauty bloggers, like I've covered this on my channel before, but I'm terrible at doing my makeup, and I know that under all of the filters and the makeup and everything, someone's probably exactly the same as me, but it doesn't stop you feeling like shit because of it. So I'm just going to show you what I do to make my skin a little bit nicer, or look nicer anyway, not be nicer. So I have been one of the people that jumped on this is quite dirty looking, the Benefit Professional primer, Pro Balm to minimise the appearance of pores. And do you know what, this feels amazing on your skin, and I do feel like my skin has improved. Obviously I'm looking in the mirror and my skin doesn't look as bad in the mirror as it does on the camera, but I think that's because I'm sitting like in front of the window, that you can see how bad everything is. Yeah, my forehead's okay, it's not too bad. So I get them in my hairline. It has gotten better. I mean, it's gotten to the point now where they're not painful, because I think they were stressed. It got bad, and I think that's what sort of started everything else, because it's crazy what being under stress and stuff can do to your skin. So yeah, I have been thinking, I am a huge Lydia Millen fan, and I watch like all of her vlogs, and she's been using this Charlotte Tilbury CC cream, and her skin just looks absolutely amazing. So I might have a look and see if I can give that a go, because if I know that putting loads of makeup on isn't helping matters, I know that, but how can you not? I mean, if you had this stuff going on, would you? Probably. Actually, sorry, I just had to go damp my sponge, because, right, so this is Virgin on Empty. The look at the top of it, it's disgusting. I do have a new Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I've got it in shade Light 45 Warm. Yeah, so I've been using this. This is like my ultimate foundation. I've tried a lot of them. I've tried Estee Lauder Double Wear, I've tried the Unique stuff, I didn't like that at all. I've tried some Clinique, I've tried MAC, I've tried Makeup Forever. What else have I tried? I don't even know. Giorgio Armani, I've tried that as well. I've tried so many different foundations, and this one is definitely my favourite. The wear on it is really nice. It's got the same coverage as Double Wear, so I did like Double Wear, but it's very thick and it's very like cakey and you can feel it on your skin. But this one has the same coverage that Double Wear does, but it doesn't feel as cakey. It doesn't crease on your face. The only thing with this is with Double Wear you could probably put that on, not have to sort of set it or anything. This one you do have to use a setting powder to make it sort of stay in place all day. The girl at the counter at Kat Von D told me that. So yeah, I've been doing that, and my skin does look really good when I do use it. So it's definitely one I recommend. I'll link it in the description bar below, just the general one, or I might link to the shade that I've got. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But yeah, anyway, rather than waffling, I'm just going to do my makeup and probably speed this part up. Okay, so I'll show you, this is what it looks like now. So I've just put one layer on. I mean, I'm only just popping out for a mooch around one of our local towns, so you can see the texture of my skin is not nice right now. If anyone's got any suggestions or whatever, please let me know in the comments below. So that's the first part. I'm going to use the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder. It's just a loose powder. I actually really like this. It costs like £8 or £9, I think. I quite like NYX. They're a good brand. They've got a really good dupe for MAC Velvet Teddy, if you like that. So I've done a blog post on that, so I'll link that in the description bar below as well. But yeah, they're a good brand, and it's drugstore, so it's affordable. Yeah, so normally I set that before I do anything else so that it doesn't move around when I'm trying to do stuff, and also it helps to have it set, because when I do my eyeshadow it means that I can just brush it off like any fallout. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, cool. Right, and do it. Focus and Fix palette. It's just their eyebrow palette. Yeah, so it's just got these shades. I use this one to do my eyebrows. I just fill them in, so if you look you can see I've got some gaps sort of like around here. So I use the angled brush and just sort of fill it in a little bit, and then I set it using this like clear setting part. Not sure what it's called. Told you I'm not very good at makeup. Okay, so eyebrows done. And then I'll do my eyeshadow next. So this is another Revolution palette, because I can't afford Urban Decay and stuff. So this is the Redemption palette, Iconic Elements palette 12. Yeah, it's got just some plain shades. This is what I use every day. I do have like a glitzy one that I do use if I go out, which is never. But yeah. Okay, cool. Right, so you can see the fallout that I've got there, so I normally just brush that away. There we go. I don't do eyeliner. I'm not very good at eyeliner, so don't bother. The next thing that I'm going to use is, it's so minging. So basically what happened, I left my Kat Von D foundation in my makeup bag, and it squirted over like everything, because that is the kind of person that I am. So this is a 17 bronzer. It's a matte bronzer, and it's one of my favourites because one, it's reasonably priced, and two, it's matte, because I hate a shimmer brow, like shimmer brow, what am I talking about? I hate a shimmer bronzer, so this is like my favourite one. I'm sure it's a dupe for something, so if I find out what that's for, I'll let you know in the description bar. But I'm sure it's like quite dupey for something high end. So normally what I do is I put a sort of bronzer over the spot area, which kind of hides what's going on, and it does help a bit. So I put just a sweep over my forehead and chin just to make that a little bit even. And then I've got a blush in Too Bashful from Collection. It's Soft Glow blusher, so I just do like a really light sweep over the apples of my cheeks. There we go. Then finally I'll do some mascara. I will put lippy on, but I don't normally do that until I go out the door. So this mascara is the Maybelline, the Falsies Push Up Angel mascara. I've got another one, it's the red one. So this has got a thicker brush, but I don't like that much. This one is definitely my fave. I'm never one to spend loads of them on mascara. Cool, and here we go. It's just how it looks. So now I'm going to do my hair. My skin started to get really bad. A lot of my hair was falling out as well. If I show you this, you can kind of see this is where it's all starting to grow back again. It didn't look bad, but I knew it was falling out. Like literally I was brushing my hair and I was having, like, I had loads of hair in my hands whenever if I just touched it. Hair was all over the flat, and it was not a nice time. So yeah. Look how massive that is. Do you know what? It looks a little bit frizzy, but I really like it. I love my hair when it's like big. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it like that for today. It does need a wash, you can tell, look. But it looks okay because it's frizzy. How can your hair be frizzy and greasy at the same time? Anyway, so that's me getting ready. Hope you've enjoyed it. Not really very interesting, to be honest. I think I might vlog a little bit when we go to Hitchin, and we're going to go mooch around some of the vintage stores, and I might go into some charity shops and see if I can find some stuff that I can upcycle for my Etsy store, my fashion faux pas. I'll link it in the description bar. The description bar is just going to be full of links, lots and lots of links. But yeah, I will link that in the description bar. So yeah, I will see you soon. Crisp. Remember Crisp? I remember Crisp. That's actually quite cute. And it's £3.49. I think I could do something with it.
This is the wireless from AG.
Keep this top bit, cut this off, and cut that out. See what I mean? Yeah, and then have that as a peplum. You know what I mean? Yeah. Checked in since we went to Burger King to go get something to eat. I didn't really want to film while that was going on because we have the radio on, and I don't want to get done for copyright, soz, but that's not happening. So I picked up 4 things in the charity shop today. We walked around the vintage shop and caught up with our old neighbours Luke and John. I don't know where we are today. I didn't film too much of Hitchin, to be honest. I'm trying to like get myself out there a little bit more, because I've kind of been holed up at home quite a lot. So I can't remember, I don't know if I've actually talked about it with my right leg, where it trembles all the time. It happens like when I'm shocked, if I lose my footing, if I slip on something, like if a kid jumps out at me in the supermarket or something, then it happens. Like, it's really random. It's like my knee-jerk reaction to shock. And for years the doctor was like, oh, it's just anxiety, that it's like that's what it is, like they do with pretty much everything. And then I was like, yeah, so in May last year I literally had a mental breakdown, because it's gotten to the point now where I can't do anything, go anywhere on my own, like, without this happening. And I've lost a lot of independence from it. It's definitely been worse over the last like year. So I got referred to a neurologist who actually thinks it's a movement disorder. And I was like, oh my god, someone believes me. Someone actually thinks that, like, I'm not, like, not that anxiety and stuff is in your head, but I don't know. I got from the charity shop as well. But yeah, see you soon. So we've just got home. Hat hair. Or, yeah, hat hair. That is what you say. I thought I'd show you a couple of bits that I did pick up whilst we were doing the rounds in Hitchin Town. I'm just putting you on the window. Just as an FYI, this is for upcycling, so I'm gonna be using it to make something else. So I got this tartan skirt. I really love tartan at the moment, so I'm really excited to use that. That is actually a Topshop tool. That cost me $3.99. These, they are size 14 from Primark, but they've just got a wide leg on it, and I think it would look really nice if it was a bit more tapered and just like, you know, a bit like that. I think it would look a lot nicer like that, so I'm going to do that to those, I think. And top from Mo, so it's size large, so yeah, it just says large. It's like this, and it's got a little peplum at the bottom, and I really like the peplum, but I think it would look really nice in this. So this is from Crisp. Remember Crisp, everyone? That's really funny. So that top cost me $2.99, and then this one was $3.49. So yeah, I don't know, different to what I've done before. I'll try and do these each weekend. Sometimes 9 times out of 10 I'm going to be sat at home not really doing much, but what can you do? I'll find something to do. Normally it's going to be, I think in future it will be a lot of it sort of focused around making stuff for my Etsy store, and showing you like the behind the scenes of all that stuff as well. And when I've got some hauls and stuff, I'll do some stuff like that. And yeah, so actually I've got a influencer. Let me know in the comments below if this is what you like, or if you don't like it. Tell me if I'm doing something wrong. I'd appreciate it. Constructive feedback is helpful. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye.